Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nisa Daily English channel. Learning English here is natural and fun. I am Nisa.
And I am Marco. Hello, everyone. It is great to be here with you all today.
Marco, you look very happy today. You have a lot of energy.
Yes, I do. I slept very well last night, so I feel ready for the day.
That is great to hear. Actually, Marco, that connects perfectly to our topic today.
Oh, really? What are we talking about?
Today, we are going to talk about daily routine.
Daily routine. That means the things we do every single day, like sleeping, eating, and working.
Exactly. This is one of the most useful topics in English. When you meet new people, they often ask, "What is your routine?" or "What do you do every day?"
It is a great conversation starter. So today, we will look at the best phrases to describe your day, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep.
Sounds perfect. But before we start our day, we have a small request for our listeners.
Yes, please remember to subscribe to Nisa Daily English channel. It really helps us grow.
And give this video a like if you want to improve your speaking skills. Share it with your friends, too.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, Nisa, let's start at the beginning. The sun comes up, it is morning.
What is the first thing you do?
Well, usually my phone makes a loud noise at 7 a.m. We call that the alarm.
Yes, so the first verb we use is wake up.
Wake up. This means you stop sleeping and you open your eyes.
But Marco, do you stand up immediately?
Honestly, no. Usually I stay in bed for 10 minutes. I check my phone or just stretch.
Me too. So there's a difference between wake up and get up.
Yes, wake up is opening your eyes. Get up is when you physically leave your bed.
So you can say, I wake up at 7, but I get up at 7:15.
That is a great sentence structure. And Nisa, do you know that button on the alarm, the one you press to sleep for 5 more minutes?
Oh, the snooze button. I love that button.
Me too. You can say, I hit snooze.
Okay, so now we're out of bed, we're up. What is the next part of the routine?
Usually I go to the bathroom. I wash my face with cold water to feel fresh.
We say, I wash my face. And then, of course, the teeth.
Yes, I brush my teeth.
And usually, people take a shower in the morning.
Right. We use the verb take. I take a shower. Nisa, is it okay to say I make a shower?
No, that sounds very strange. In English, we always say take a shower or have a shower. Both are okay.
Okay, so I'm clean, I brushed my teeth, now I need to put on clothes.
The phrase for this is get dressed.
Get dressed. This means I put on my shirt, my pants, and my socks.
Exactly. Or you can simply say, I put on my clothes.
Okay, Nisa, I'm dressed, but now I have a problem. I'm very hungry.
It's time for the most important meal of the day, breakfast.
Yes. How do we talk about breakfast? Do we say, I eat breakfast?
Yes, you can say, I eat breakfast. That is correct grammar. But native speakers often use a different verb.
Which one?
We often use have. We say, I have breakfast.
I have breakfast. That sounds very natural. I usually have breakfast at 8 a.m.
And what do you usually have, Marco?
I keep it simple. Usually I have coffee and toast.
Coffee is essential. So you can say, I make coffee.
Yes, I cannot start my day without coffee.
Okay, so let's look at the order. Wake up, get up, take a shower, get dressed, have breakfast.
It's a nice routine. But Nisa, now we have to leave the house. We have to go to work or school.
Yes, this is the transition from home to the outside world.
What phrases can we use here?
The most common one is simply, I go to work.
I go to work. Or if you are a student, you say, I go to class.
Yes, or you can use the verb leave. You can say, I leave the house.
I leave the house at 8:30. That is precise.
And then comes the travel time, the time between your house and your job. We call this the commute.
The commute. That is a good B1 level word.
Yes, it can be a noun or a verb. My commute is long, or I commute by bus.
How do you get to work, Nisa? Do you drive?
Yes, I drive, so I say I drive to work. What about you?
I don't have a car, so I say I take the bus.
I take the bus, or I take the train, or I take the subway.
And if you live very close, you're lucky. You can say I walk to work.
That is the healthiest way.
So, we have arrived at work. We are ready to start our job.
Yes, now we move into the afternoon routine.
This is where we spend most of our day. So, Nisa, we are at work. The morning is busy, we drink our coffee, and we start our tasks.
Yes, we usually say, I check my emails or I attend meetings.
I go to meetings. That is very common in offices. But soon we look at the clock and it's 12 p.m.
12 p.m. We call this time noon.
And noon means one important thing. It is time for lunch.
Exactly. Just like breakfast, we usually say, I have lunch.
I have lunch at 12:30. But Nisa, there are two ways to eat lunch.
Yes, some people make food at home and bring it to work in a box.
We call that a packed lunch.
Yes, you can say, I bring a packed lunch. It saves a lot of money.
I try to do that, but usually I'm too lazy, so I go to a restaurant or a cafe nearby.
So you can say, I go out for lunch or I buy lunch.
I go out for lunch. That sounds nice. It implies you're leaving the office to relax.
That's a key phrase, Marco. Take a break.
Yes, we cannot work for 8 hours without stopping. We need to rest.
So we say, I take a lunch break, or simply, I'm on my break.
Okay, so we finished lunch. Our stomachs are full. Now we have to work again.
The afternoon can be difficult. Do you ever feel tired around 3 p.m.?
Oh, always. I get very sleepy. My energy goes down.
In English, we call that the afternoon slump.
The afternoon slump. That is a great phrase. It means you feel tired in the middle of the afternoon.
So, what do you do during the afternoon slump?
Usually, I grab a snack, maybe an apple or a chocolate bar, or I make another coffee.
Me too. We just try to survive until the end of the day.
Nisa, what time does the workday usually end?
For most people, it ends at 5 p.m.
So, what verb do we use here? Do we say, I stop work?
You can say that, but it's more natural to say, I finish work.
I finish work at 5 p.m.
There's also a phrasal verb that native speakers use a lot. It's get off.
I get off work.
Yes, I get off work at 6. It means you're finished and you are free. That's the best feeling of the day.
So, you finish work and now you have to go back to your house.
We talked about the commute in the morning. It's the same in the evening.
You can say, I go home.
Yes, but Marco, be careful. Listeners, we do not say, I go to home.
That is a very common mistake. We never say to home. We just say, I go home.
There's another nice verb for going in a direction. It's head, H-E-A-D.
Like your body part.
Yes, but as a verb, it means to go somewhere. I head home.
I'm heading home now. That sounds very natural and casual.
Exactly. But Marco, do you always go straight home?
Not always. Sometimes I need to buy food or I need to go to the bank.
We call these small tasks errands.
Errands. Errands.
Yes, so you can say, I run errands after work.
I run errands. That means I go to the grocery store, the post office, or the pharmacy.
Or maybe you want to be healthy.
Ah, yes. I go to the gym.
Or I work out.
I work out. That means I exercise. Do you work out after work, Nisa?
Sometimes, but usually I'm too tired. I just want to get home.
Get home. That means arrive at home.
I get home at 6:30. And when you walk inside your house, what is the first thing you do?
I take off my shoes.
Me too. I take off my shoes and maybe change into comfortable clothes.
We can say, I get changed.
I get changed. That implies putting on pajamas or comfortable pants.
The best clothes. Okay, Nisa, so we are home. We are comfortable. The sun is going down.
Now we are moving into the evening routine.
This is the time for dinner and relaxing.
Yes, but first there is usually some work to do at home too. We call these chores.
Chores, like cleaning and cooking?
Exactly. We need to talk about those. So, Marco, we are comfortable at home, but unfortunately the work is not finished yet.
No, now we have to do chores.
Chores. Chores. These are the boring jobs we must do in the house.
The biggest chore is food. We have to eat again.
Yes, so we say, I make dinner, or I cook dinner.
I cook dinner. But Nisa, sometimes I am very tired. I don't want to cook.
Then you can say, I order takeout.
I order takeout. That means I buy food from a restaurant and eat it at home. Pizza is my favorite takeout.
After we eat, there is another chore, the dirty plates.
Ugh, I hate this one. We say, I do the dishes.
Yes, I do the dishes, or I wash the dishes.
And maybe there are dirty clothes too, so we say, I do the laundry.
I do the laundry. Remember, for cleaning tasks, we often use the verb do. Do the dishes, do the laundry, do the housework.
Okay, so the house is clean. Our stomachs are full. Finally, it is time to relax.
Yes, we call this free time.
What phrases do we use for relaxing?
A very common phrasal verb is chill out.
I chill out on the sofa. It means I relax completely.
And what do you do when you chill out?
Usually I watch TV or I watch a movie.
Or, if you like books, I read a book.
But Nisa, be honest. What do most people do these days?
They look at their phones.
Yes, we say, I scroll through social media.
I scroll. That is the action of moving the screen up and down. I scroll through Instagram.
We do that for hours, but eventually it gets late. It's 10 p.m. or 11 p.m.
Now we start the bedtime routine.
We say, I get ready for bed.
This includes locking the doors, turning off the lights, and brushing teeth again.
And putting on pajamas.
Then we go to the bedroom. We say, I go to bed.
Nisa, is go to bed the same as go to sleep?
That is a great question. No, they are different.
How?
Go to bed means you physically get into the bed. You are under the blanket. But maybe you are reading. Maybe you are looking at your phone. You are awake.
Ah, I see. And go to sleep?
Go to sleep means your eyes are closed and you are dreaming. Your brain shuts off.
Okay, so I go to bed at 11, but I go to sleep at 11:30.
Exactly. There is one more nice phrase for this. Fall asleep.
Fall asleep. That describes the moment you leave the real world.
And that's the end of the daily routine.
Wow, we covered the whole day, from the alarm clock to the dreams.
Yes, we learned a lot of verbs today. I think we should review the most important ones quickly.
Good idea. Let's make a list for our listeners.
Okay, repeat after us, everyone.
Number 1, snooze.
The button you press to sleep more in the morning. I hit snooze.
Number 2, get dressed.
To put on your clothes. I get dressed.
Number 3, commute.
The journey to work. I take the bus to work.
Number 4, run errands.
Doing small tasks like banking or shopping. I run errands.
Number 5, get off work.
To finish work for the day. I get off work at 5 o'clock.
Number 6, chores.
Housework, like cleaning and cooking. I do my chores.
And number 7, fall asleep.
To start sleeping.
That is a fantastic list. Nisa, do you feel tired after talking about the whole day?
A little bit. Talking about sleep makes me sleepy.
Before we go to sleep, we have a question for you guys.
Yes, we want to know about your personality.
Tell us in the comments, are you an early bird or a night owl?
Oh, good question. An early bird is someone who loves the morning. They wake up happy.
And a night owl is someone who stays up very late. They hate the morning.
I am definitely an early bird.
And I think I'm a night owl. I love staying up late.
Let us know in the comments what you are.
And if this video helped you, please click the like button.
And subscribe to Nisa Daily English channel. We have new lessons for you every week.
Thank you so much for listening. Have a productive day.
Or a relaxing night. Bye-bye, everyone.
See you next time.